This is the brand new Java 42FJ. This is the third bike in the 42 series, and prices for this motorcycle start at 1.99 lakh rupees for the spoke wheels version, and the top alloy wheels version costs 2.20 lakh rupees. So what is this bike exactly packing, and what does the FJ stand for? Well, we'll find out in this video. Now the FJ stands for Francis Sanichek, or I'm completely butchering his name, but that is the co-founder of Java who created this brand. And in that sense, this is sort of a tribute motorcycle to him. So you get this lovely neo-retro modern styling, which has sort of grown in size, quite like we saw on the Java 350. So from the smaller 293cc engine, this looks a lot muscular, beefier, and more proportionate in that sense. And I do kind of like this brushed aluminum tank panel over here, and a lot of bits and bobs like the headlight mount over here and even the foot peg hangers, which add to the premium sense of this motorcycle. Plus, bar and mirrors look cool. However, I would turn them the other way around for better visibility. And as far as styling goes, this looks properly modern, properly retro along with it as well. But they've kept that Java styling, that neat, classy, clean design very much intact over here. How are the ergonomics? Now this bike, well, it weighs 184 kilos, so it's not quite as heavy. It's comparatively in the same ballpark figure as most of these 350cc modern retro motorcycles. But the seat height is fairly accessible, and because of a narrow midsection, 790mm seat height, it makes even the shorter riders feel quite at home on this motorcycle. Very easy to find your footing over here as well. The bars are nice, tall, and within reach, so you don't have to stretch too much to get to them. And the posture over here is very nice for urban hustling. Overall, this should put you in a nice spot to even attack the twisties, but we'll get to that once we get this bike for a thorough road test. What remains to be seen is the exhaust over here is a little upswept. So how does the pillion ergonomics change? Well, we'll find that out once we get this bike for a thorough road test. But speaking of the exhaust, the engine is brand new, and that's a delight. Now this is basically the same 334cc Alpha 2 liquid cooled single cylinder engine that we have seen on a lot of Jawa and Yezdi motorcycles. So the engine over here, well, it gets its own dedicated state of tune. Over here it makes around 28.8 bhp and 29.6 Newton meters of torque. So torque is slightly more than the classically styled Java 350, but the power is a lot more, and that sort of helps deliver this sporty persona of this motorcycle. Plus, like I mentioned, the exhaust is a little upswept. So it sort of gives you that feeling of go and take on any roads that our Indian conditions throw. And just like other Java and Yezdi motorcycles, here also you get engine maps that are gear dependent. In terms of features, it gets all LED lighting. So LED headlight, LED turn indicators, and as well as an LED tail light over there. The console, well, it is offset mounted. It's a full digital unit, no connectivity over here whatsoever. So no turn-by-turn navigation or proper navigation as well. And it does get a USB charging port as well. So pretty, say, you get a few modern features, but not a whole suite of it. Moving on, the foundations, well, they are fairly simple over here as well. Dual cradle chassis, 41mm telescopic fork, preload adjustable twin shocks. And the beauty of the Java, Yezdi, and even BSA bikes is that you can adjust the preload with your hand itself. Moving on, you get an 18-inch front wheel, 17-inch rear wheel. Here you get alloy wheels with machine finish on them, so tubeless tires are found over here. But on the lower spoke wheels version, well, you don't get tubeless tires. Disc brakes at the front as well as the rear, dual channel ABS remains standard. So that is the Java 42 FJ for you. A brand new direction in the urban neo-retro space for Java. And it certainly looks beefier, muscular, and it gives that sense of a big bike. Now this bike goes up against the likes of the Royal Enfield Hunter 350, the Triumph Speed 400, and the Honda CB 350 RS. Now the Hunter is definitely more affordable, but unlike how Royal Enfield has kept the same engine tuning for the Classic and the Hunter, Java has played around with the tuning and definitely give it a more sportier feel. Well, it's not quite as sportier on paper at least as the Triumph, but we'll get to that once we get this bike for a thorough road test and find out whether or not it's a good fit for India. Honda, well, we've had our reservations about that bike, and hopefully we hope that the Japanese manufacturer improves that. But so far, let's stick to the Java motorcycle. It looks and it feels quite nice. Hopefully, this bike also helps boost the sales of the company. And it brings a whole new crowd to the brand's folklore. What do you think about this bike? Do let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification icon, and we shall see you soon.